Hi everyone, today I'm excited to show you how to sew the Core Fabrics Brise Knit Dress, which is a versatile short sleeve dress with a tie on the left. You can download the Brise Knit Dress sewing pattern for free on our website. Just click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on the screen to get started. Before we dive in, remember that this pattern is designed for stretch fabrics and has negative ease. So check our size chart carefully. Sizes XXS to XL are based on a B cup, and sizes 1X to 6X are based on a D cup. If your bust size differs, you might need to make a bust adjustment for the perfect fit. We always recommend making a muslin first to test the fit. The Brise Knit Dress comes in two lengths, a chic long midi length with side slits and a cute short mid-thigh option. What makes this dress stand out is its unique construction. The front bodice, the skirt, and one sash are all in one piece. It might look unusual on paper, but trust us, it's going to look amazing once sewn up. For the best results, we recommend using mid-weight stretch knit fabrics with at least 50% crosswise stretch and with a good recovery and a good drape. We recommend jersey spandex blends in cotton, viscose, or bamboo. I've made samples in a organic cotton tencel blend like the black dress here, and a drapey tencel modal stretch jersey knit like the lion's blue and the Bordeaux samples. The fabric has a beautiful drape, good recovery, and works great for this dress. Both of these fabrics are available on our website, and we even have a collection page dedicated to perfect fabrics for the dress. One important thing to mention is that due to the unique front pattern piece, we suggest avoiding strong directional prints like stripes because they might appear uneven. In this tutorial, we'll use the drapey modal jersey in a beautiful lion's blue color, and I'll show you how to sew the entire dress using just a regular sewing machine and a narrow zigzag or lightning stitch. While a serger or cover stitch machine are great, they are not necessary, and we've put together a stitch chart on our blog to help you set up your machine for the different stitches we recommend. Also, adding a walking foot to your machine can help feed the fabric evenly, and for a professional looking hem, try using a double needle. You can find more sewing tips for knits on our blog. Okay, let's get started on Brise.
To make the Brise Knit Dress, you'll need the PDF pattern printed in your chosen size. Remember to refer to our size chart on our website. Your knit fabric. You can find how much yardage you need on our website as well. You'll also need fusible knit stay tape to stabilize the neckline and the slits if you're doing the long version of the dress. Machine needles, we recommend Microtex or jersey needle depending on your fabric. Thread in a matching color. Pins. A ruler. A marking tool. A point turner. And of course scissors, and to cut slippery drippy knits, we recommend using a rotary cutter. Next step is to cut your fabric using the provided pattern pieces and transfer the construction marks and notches onto the fabric. Note that seam allowances are 3/8 of an inch. Next step is to stabilize the neckline and shoulder seams. For this tutorial, we're using fusible knit stay tape that you can find in our shop. You can also use 1/2 of an inch wide strip of stretchy knit interfacing. We're going to interface the wrong side of the neckline first. This is the back piece. Take your time placing the knit stay tape. I use a little bit of steam to adjust it around the curve. Once it's placed, press for a few seconds and it's done. Let's do the same thing for the shoulder seams. Then make sure to repeat the process for the front piece. Next, we're going to stabilize the side slits on the wrong side from the circle to the hem. Same as the neckline, take your time to place the knit stay tape very close to the edge so that it's hidden later when we fold the fabric. Press for a few seconds and it's fused. Then repeat for the side slits on the front piece. We're going to sew the sash of the front piece. On the dress front, right sides together, fold the sash lengthwise. Make sure to align the notches located above and under the sash. Pin carefully and slightly stretch to align the notches. Then sew using a serger or a lightning stitch like we're doing right now. When you're done, turn the sash right side out. Use a point turner to form the corners and press the seam down lightly. Next, let's sew the other sash. With right sides together, fold the sash lengthwise and pin. Then sew along the long edge and the angular short edge. Then you can turn the sash right side out. Use a point turner to form the corners. Now we're going to attach the sash to the back piece of the dress on the wearer's left side. So right side together, align the raw edge of the sash with the notches at the waist. Sew using a zigzag, lightning, or serger stitch. We're going to stitch the shoulder seams. With right sides together, pin the dress front to the dress back along the shoulder seams. Stitch each shoulder seam using a serger or a lightning stitch. And you can press the seam allowance towards the back of the dress. Next step is to attach the sleeves. With right sides together, match the edges and notches of your sleeve and arm side, aligning the shoulder seam with the sleeve cap mark. Take your time to pin all around. Sew using either a lightning or surge stitch. When you're done, repeat for the other sleeve. Next step is to sew the side seams. With right sides together, we're going to align and pin the side seams from the sleeve hem all the way down to the circle of the skirt, matching all the notches. Then it's time to sew using either a lightning stitch, like we're doing right now, or a surge stitch, and stop at 1 inch above the circle. Then we're going to use a straight stitch and continue sewing from the end of the seam you just sewed to the circle. Don't forget to backstitch at the end to reinforce the seam. Let's finish the side slits. First, we need to clip the seam allowance above the circle and be careful not to clip your stitches. You can press the seam allowance above the notch towards the back. Then, on both sides of the slit, you're going to fold and press the seam allowance in by 3/8 of an inch all the way down to the hem. Sew close to the edge of the pressed slit using a lightning stitch like we're doing right now, or cover stitch. When you get to the top of the slit, reinforce using a narrower zigzag stitch. Then sew all the way down to the hem. Repeat on the other side. Next step is to finish the sleeve hem. First, we'll press the hem under by 1/4 of an inch. After that, we're going to press again by 1 3/4 inches. Then it's time to sew close to the edge of the fold using a lightning stitch, zigzag stitch, double needle, or cover stitch. Then we're going to roll the sleeve by turning the hem to the right side by 1 inch. Make sure to press well and pin if needed. The last step is to help maintain the fold. There are different ways you can do this. In this tutorial, we do a quick bar tack stitch under and on top of the sleeve. You can add additional bar tack stitches at the front and the back if necessary. Repeat for the other sleeve. We're getting close. We're going to prepare the neck binding. With right sides together, stitch the short ends of the neck binding together to form a circle. Then fold and press the binding in half lengthwise, wrong side together. Then we're going to divide the neck binding evenly into quarters. Fold in half along the center back seam and mark the front. Fold again, matching front and back seam to mark each side. Then we're going to repeat the process for the dress and divide the neckline into even quarters. Mark the center front and then matching center back with center front, fold and mark the sides. With the binding on the right side of the dress, align the raw edges of the folded binding with the raw edge of the neckline. Align the markings and pin carefully. Then stitch the binding to the neckline using a lightning stitch, zigzag, or surge stitch at 3/8 of an inch. Take your time for this step and be careful not to stretch your neckline as you sew. Give the binding a light pressing to help it lay in place. Turn the binding to the inside of the dress, enclosing the seam allowance. Press and pin the binding in place. Top stitch using a narrow zigzag stitch, double needle, or cover stitch. Press and pin the hem under by 3/4 of an inch. Then sew close to the edge of the seam using a zigzag stitch, double needle, or cover stitch. And that's it! You've just finished your Brise Knit Dress. It's amazing, and I really hope you enjoyed making it, and hopefully you enjoy wearing it even more. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments, and don't forget to tag us on Instagram at Core Fabrics. We can't wait to see your makes!